The Old Norwegian Cast On method, also known as German twisted cast on, is similar to the common widely used long tail cast on method, but involves a few extra steps. This cast on creates a very nice stretchy edge. The edge resists curling. This cast on also uses more yarn, so make sure you have a very long tail before you begin. Place your thumb and index finger between the yarn ends so that the working yarn is around your index finger and the tail end is around the thumb. Secure the two strands of yarn with your other fingers. You can start with a slip knot or without. I'm going to start without a slip knot. The needle goes under the strand of yarn between index finger and thumb. Pull it towards you, making a V. Bring the needle in front of the thumb and under two strands of yarn and right into the center of the thumb loop. The needle lands on the back strand of the yarn that goes around the thumb. Lift it up. Here is a little window formed. So we're going to bring the index finger yarn through this window. Pull it through. Release the thumb. And using your thumb and other fingers to adjust the tension on the new stitch.
Back to the V configuration. Under the two strands of yarn, inside into the center of the thumb loop. Pull the strand of yarn up. Here is a window formed. Swing the needle around to grab the index finger yarn and bring it through this window. Let the thumb go. Tighten up. The needle goes under the two strands of yarn that go around the thumb, right into the center of the thumb loop. Pull the strand of yarn up. There is a window formed. Swing the needle around to grab the yarn from the index finger and pull it through the window. Tighten up the resultant stitch on the needle.
Now we are going to make the Old Norwegian Cast On method, also known as German twisted cast on, a little bit more fun. This is a setup for each stitch you make in the Old Norwegian Cast On method. Going under the two strands of yarn as before, right in the center of the thumb loop as before, pull the back strand that goes around the thumb up as before. Here is the window and the two strands crossed. So time for the index finger yarn to come through the window. Now we are going to open the window by twisting the thumb around. Much more room for the needle with the index finger yarn to pass through. Drop the loop off the thumb and adjust the tension on the new stitch. Place the thumb back into the V configuration. Here is the setup. Under the two strands of yarn as before, inside right into the center of the thumb loop. Pull the strand of the back strand that goes around the thumb up. Here's the cross and the window. We're gonna open the window by twisting the thumb around. Swing the needle to grab the yarn from the index finger and bring it through this big opening. Drop the loop off the thumb.
Back to the V configuration. Under the 2 strands, in the center of the thumb loop, pull up, uncross the 2 strands of yarn, creating lots of room. So the needle spins and grabs the index finger yarn and brings it through this big opening. Drop the loop off the thumb and place the thumb back into the V configuration under the 2 strands of yarn in the center of the thumb loop. There's the 2 strands of yarn crossed. You're going to uncross it by twisting the thumb around, making lots of room for the needle to pass through, grabbing the index finger yarn and bringing it through. Drop the loop off the thumb, tighten up, back to the V configuration. Start all over again, repeat the steps for the desired number of stitches.
The Old Norwegian Cast On is a slightly complicated long tail cast on. But it's not. As soon as you practice it, it becomes easy and fun. It's very sturdy, durable, stretchy, and has a pretty edge cast on.